Lesson 15. Christmas time.
Hello. Today we're going to review noun and adjective clauses, and then we will continue our study of adverb clauses. And let's start with some new vocabulary. A Christmas tree. A Christmas tree. Well, a Christmas tree is a fir tree, either real or artificial, that you decorate for Christmas. A Christmas bulb. A Christmas bulb. A Christmas bulb is an ornament that people hang on Christmas trees. Tinsel. Tinsel is thin strips of shiny paper used as decorations for Christmas. A ribbon. A ribbon. A ribbon is a long, narrow piece of cloth, also used for decorations at Christmas time. A Christmas card. A Christmas card. A Christmas card is a card that you send to relatives or friends at Christmas time. A Christmas stocking. A Christmas stocking. A Christmas stocking is a long sock which children leave out at Christmas time for presents. A Christmas carol. A Christmas carol. A Christmas carol is a Christian song sung at Christmas time. Carolers. Carolers. Carolers are groups of people who go to houses or businesses and they sing Christmas carols. A reindeer. A reindeer. A reindeer is a large deer with big, wide horns, and it's used by Santa to pull a sleigh. And what's a sleigh? This is a sleigh. A sleigh. A sleigh is a large vehicle pulled by reindeer, and it's used for transporting presents at Christmas time. A chimney. A chimney is a pipe inside a building that goes from a fire to the roof in order to let the smoke out. Santa comes down the chimney when he brings the presents to a home. Eggnog. Eggnog. Eggnog is a drink popular at Christmas time. It's made from eggs, milk, sugar, and nutmeg, and some people put a little bit of rum into it. Two more. Mistletoe. Mistletoe. Mistletoe is a plant with small white berries, and it's used as a decoration at Christmas time. If you find someone standing underneath the mistletoe, you are able to get a kiss from this person. And finally, Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve is the day and the night before Christmas. Let's go over these again. We have a Christmas tree, a Christmas bulb, tinsel, a ribbon, a Christmas card, a Christmas stocking, a Christmas carol. Carolers, a reindeer and a sleigh, a chimney, eggnog, mistletoe, and Christmas Eve.
Noun clauses.
Let's begin our lesson with a review of noun clauses. Here are some sentences. Where the Christmas tree was surprised Bob. George listened to what Santa said. I don't know who is under the mistletoe. When Santa will arrive is open to debate. A noun clause is a clause that can be used both as a subject and as an object. And a noun clause has its own subject and its own verb. In the first sentence, where the Christmas tree was is a noun clause. It is used as the subject of a sentence. In the second sentence, what Santa said is the noun clause, and it's used as the object of the preposition to. In the third sentence, who is under the mistletoe is the noun clause. It's used as the object of the verb know. And in the fourth sentence, when Santa will arrive is the noun clause. It's used as the subject of the sentence. Let's practice this now. Lewis, what did you think about Santa Claus when you were a child?
I never believed in Santa Claus. What my parents said about him was interesting. I didn't believe them.
Okay. And did you enjoy Christmas when you were a child, Monica?
Of course. I loved opening presents, and we didn't have a fireplace. That's why we never knew where to put our stockings.
That would be difficult. Yeah. Rosa, did you open your presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning?
We opened them when our parents let us. It was always difficult waiting until the Christmas morning.
Yes, it was. Okay, and now what you're going to do is look and listen.
Look and listen.
Kevin didn't know where the eggnog was. No one knows for sure when Santa will come. What our house needs is more mistletoe. Fred wonders who got him the present with the red ribbon.
Read and repeat. Adjective clauses.
Well, now let's quickly review adjective clauses. Have a look at these sentences. Anne thanked the woman who helped her carry her Christmas presents. The ornament which is on top of the tree is his. The man who I saw on the roof wasn't Santa Claus. The carolers that were singing outside were too loud. An adjective clause is a dependent clause that modifies a noun. It describes, identifies, or gives further information about this noun. An adjective clause uses relative pronouns to connect the dependent clause to the independent clause, relative pronouns. And some examples of these are who, which, or that. They are our relative pronouns, or three that we've learnt. In the first sentence, who helped her carry her Christmas presents is the adjective clause, and it's introduced by the relative pronoun who. It modifies the noun woman. The woman is who. In the second sentence, which is on top of the tree is the adjective clause, and it's introduced by the relative pronoun which, and it modifies the noun ornament. Ornament is the which. In the third sentence, who I saw on the roof is the adjective clause. It's introduced by the relative pronoun who, and it modifies the noun man. The man is who. And in the fourth sentence, that we're singing outside is the relative clause, introduced by the relative pronoun that, and it modifies the noun carolers. The noun carolers and that are the same thing. So adjective clause pronouns can be used as subjects. Have a look here. The child brushed the reindeer that was dirty. So in this sentence, that is the subject of the adjective clause. That was dirty. That's the subject. Adjective clause pronouns can be used as the objects of verbs. The sleigh that I saw last night was full of presents. In this sentence, that is the object of the verb. The sleigh that I saw. I is the subject, and that is the object. I saw that. So I is the subject, that's the object. Adjective clause pronouns can be used as objects of prepositions. This is the present that I told you about. And in the sentence, that is the object of a preposition, about. Let's practice. Monica, tell me about your favorite Christmas party.
It was at the woman's house whom my mother worked for. It was great. And I stood under the mistletoe for 10 minutes, but all the boys afraid to kiss me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Lewis.
It was at my brother's house. The biggest present which was under the desk was mine. It was a new football.
Great. Rosa.
I don't like Christmas parties. The last one I went to gave me a headache. I prefer to stay home and watch Christmas specials on TV.
I like them too. Okay, thank you everyone. And now the time has come for us to look and listen.
Look and listen.
The book that Yvonne received for Christmas was expensive. The tinsel that you bought is on the table. Rita congratulated the woman who got an engagement ring for Christmas. The eggnog, which is in the refrigerator, is sour.
Read and repeat. Adverb clauses.
Now let's continue our study of adverb clauses. And first, let's just remember what an adverb clause is. An adverb clause is a dependent clause that must be attached to a main clause. It needs a main clause. And they are introduced by certain words. We learned 3 types of adverb clauses and the words that introduce these clauses in the last lesson. So we have adverb clauses of time, and these are introduced with words like when and before and after or since. Adverb clauses of time using when, before, after and since. As in this sentence, when the sleigh landed on the roof, all the children were asleep. Now the second type of adverb clauses are clauses of purpose. Purpose. Okay, we use so that to introduce these clauses, like this sentence. The kids went to bed at 8 so that they could get up early to open their presents. And the third type of adverb clause that we discussed was clauses of cause and effect. So, cause, effect. These use because and now that. For example, because Santa was fat, he couldn't get down the chimney, and Mum is going to put away all the presents now that Christmas is over. Now let's look at some new adverb clauses. We're going to look at adverb clauses which present conditions. Conditions. Have a look at this example. If we don't buy some more food, there won't be enough for everyone at the office Christmas party. If clauses present possible conditions. So condition, and we use if. The main clause expresses results. Possible condition, if we don't buy more food. And the result, there won't be enough for everyone at the office Christmas party. And the present tense is used in an if clause, even if we are talking about the future. We only have the if and the present tense. Doesn't matter if we're talking about the future. And also, when we have an adjective if clause that starts a sentence, a comma must come after the if clause. So if we don't buy enough food, comma, there won't be enough for everyone at the Christmas party. Let's practice this now. Is everyone going on the sleigh ride tomorrow night?
I will go if it doesn't snow. I don't want to catch a cold.
Okay. Monica?
If there are lots of handsome boys, I will go.
You're a flirt.
Yeah.
Okay, and Lewis?
I'm not sure if there's a football match on TV, I won't go.
Lewis, you're never any fun. Okay, well, if you're good students now, you can look and listen.
Look and listen.
If Santa can't find his reindeer, he won't be able to use his sleigh. Mom will be very angry if Linda doesn't send her a Christmas card this year. The eggnog won't make you drunk if there isn't rum in it. If the mistletoe falls down, please put it back up.
Read and repeat.
Well, now let's look at some more adverb clauses of condition. Take a look at these sentences. Ralph will ride in the sleigh whether or not it is cold. Even if Dora stands under the mistletoe, her boyfriend won't kiss her. Whether or not expresses the idea that neither this condition or this condition matters. The result will be the same. In the first sentence, if it is cold, Ralph will ride in the sleigh. If it's not cold, Ralph will ride in the sleigh. Let's look at it on the board. Let's think whether or not it is cold. This means if it is cold, if it isn't cold. So think of it like this. Ralph will ride in the sleigh. So, whether or not it is cold, Ralph will ride in the sleigh. Means, if it is cold, Ralph will ride, and if it isn't cold, he will ride. It doesn't matter. Even if is close to whether or not. Even if is similar, but only one condition. Even if it is cold. Just one idea. Here we have if it is or if it isn't. Here, just one idea, if it is. But it's similar to whether or not. It means the result will not change. Ralph will still do the same thing he did before. Okay, in the second sentence, Dora's boyfriend won't kiss her anywhere. Not under the mistletoe or anywhere else. It doesn't matter if she is standing under the mistletoe, Ralph's boyfriend will not kiss her. Let's look at another adverb clause of condition before we practice. Please have a look at these sentences. Beth will be decorating the tree in case Jeff calls. In the event that Santa doesn't come, we will still have a nice Christmas. In case and in the event express the idea that something probably won't happen, but it might happen. So it means if by chance this happens, say in case or in the